You are live, it says. View on Twitch. I'm viewing on Twitch. Copy. This is actually working. And I can mute myself because that's very loud and obnoxious. I'm a loud and obnoxious person. You haven't noticed. It's kind of chilly out here, even though it's warm out. It's all rainy and miserable. Tweet. All right. All right, we can get off the Twitter. Viking! What is up? Chewy! How is life? How is life? Let's get back to StreamYard so I can actually see what's going on. Red light! I'm going to work on this thing. That's what I'm going to do today. Something a little different than what I normally do. Because it's all wet and rainy out, and I need to do that while it's wet and rainy out, and the parts to coming to fix it. I've got the flu. Viking flu. They were wondering about you last night in the Discord. We were all like, Fotis was there and Brittany was there, and we were all like, "Where's Viking?" Now I got to do the phone. I'm going to set this up, hopefully, so you guys can sort of see how badly I bumble through working on this thing. So let's get the phone set up. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully it'll work. I got to unplug the headset because they won't run with the power on, which is really obnoxious. Did they connect? They connected to the phone. So now I can shut everything down on the phone, send a link to my phone, invite, copy, send to phone, and it's just easier to actually email it. There's a way I can like directly link it with the thing, but I haven't set it up on this laptop yet. Tab. Yeah, stream. Whatever. Doesn't matter how I spell it. Send. What else did I get for mail? YouTube. You are live. Okay then. So now, add again. Shouldn't be getting that many ads. I turned them mostly off. I think you get 30 seconds. I turned it off. The one thing I hate about Twitch is the way the ad structure is. Now, see, I'm not a big fan of the turbo. I think it's a waste of money. I don't like them things. Pay so you don't have to pay for ads. It's like you might as well just watch the ad. The thing about Twitch is you can set your ad break, and I have it set so it doesn't start until 5 minutes. The one thing about Twitch I hate is like I love investigating other streamers. Yeah, ads are annoying, but if they're not, if there's only one or two, it doesn't bother me. If there's some people do like a minute and a half all at once, you get like 6 or 8 ads all in a row. You know, like three 30-second ads and 3 or 4 freaking. That's annoying. But anyway, um, I have it. It should be set up. I got to look again because they changed everything, so it might have zeroed me out. But I was pretty sure I had a 30-second ad after 5 minutes. Because nothing annoys me more than trying to find a new streamer. You know, like every once in a while, Twitch, I'll just scan some of the other streamers and I want to check them out before I get the ad. It's like you can't even check them out until you've seen 30 seconds or a minute of ads, and that's just obnoxious. Let you view them, say, okay, I like this person, then get an ad, or say, no, I don't like this person, move on to the next guy. Yeah, that's the other thing is that Twitch Turbo thing. I don't think the streamer gets any money. They don't tell you anything. They like hint that you might get some of the ad revenue, but you don't, and it's a percentage, or I don't know. There's something. It's the one thing about Twitch I don't like is there's no set money value. Not that I really care. I mean, I want money. Don't get me wrong. I use Twitch because I want the money from Twitch. Otherwise, I just stream on frickin' YouTube. But you know, if I get $10 a month, I'm happy because that pays for my stream yards. But anyway, so let's get the phone up and running. So email, inbox, stream. Bring it down because you're going to be way down here. Allow. Mute. It said mute. Thank you. Enter studio. Alrighty then. Okay, it shouldn't be freaking doing anything because it should be going through the headphones. How is that vibrating when it's going through the headphones? It should not be doing that loopy sound thing. Add to stream. And there we go. So I gotta lower that a bunch. I got the stupid little cheapo tripod. Okay, why is this not going through the headphones? It's supposed to be going through the headphones. More settings, audio, impow. There we go. Back. You are now in the show. So now it's going through the headphones and everything should be good again. Is it working? Yep, it's working. Okay. It shouldn't be. It's got nothing to do with Apple. Apple usually connects better. No, that's a phone thing. If you use the phones and you try and dual stream, any phone, for some reason, it won't kill the audio. Why am I getting email when I have the email app off? Quit. Okay. Oh, can somebody please delete that frickin'. How do I make this guy go away? I don't want to reply. I just want him to go the frick away. This whole laptop thing is obnoxious because I don't have a mouse. Liking, you're a moderator. Make that guy go away, please. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. All right. That's done. Now, supposedly, on here, I can do this. That's not what I wanted. I want to do this. Let's switch these two. Yeah, there we go. And then I can take this thing, bring it over here, which is caught in the CNC cabling, and kind of point it down there. So you still get a view of that. And then this can come over here a little bit, but lower even more. So you're down there with the machine. And now you can sort of see the machine, right? Really? I got to go back in and switch that then. I will switch that after this stream, because I had it set for 30 seconds at 5 minutes, 30 seconds at 30, and 30 seconds at 1 hour. And that's all I wanted. Because they were like, oh, if you don't do our, I don't know, they literally want like 12 minutes worth of ads every hour, which is just insane. And they're like, if you don't do our 12 minutes, we pay you a smaller percentage. You'll get, if you do the 12 minutes per hour, we give you like 45% of the ad revenue. If you do anything less than that, you only get like 15%. I was like, whatever, I don't care. I'll take 15%. Because that's just unimportant to me. I don't care that much. All right. But anyways, we are going to start working on this thing. But I am going to put some cheapo gloves on just because, of course, the one thing I wanted to cover was my thumb, and this one's missing the thumb. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? And they're all dirty and got holes in them, but they'll still keep my hands cleaner. I want to keep my hands reasonably clean because I got crap I got to do that's like food related and stuff later. And I don't want greasy, grimy hands. And I need a box, which I got right here, which I can throw nuts and bolts in. And let's start taking it apart. I can only sort of half watch chat because it's on the laptop. And I'm not going to be using the laptop. So this is my monster leaf vacuum / mulcher. What I do with it actually is normally you're supposed to bag them and take them away. I do my like woods and everything with it. I grind them up. I actually leave the bag open and I just spit them back out onto the ground. And I beat the ever living snots out of this thing, as you'll be able to tell, because I do the woods. And by the way, safety. I'm worried about safety. I have the spark plug out, which you can't run anyways because it's got an oil safety. I drained the oil the other day. All right, come off of there. Plus, it's got a little safety switch here, which is what's fighting me. But you gotta get it off to get the safety switch to disconnect. There's a safety switch here, so this thing won't run. Even with this off, the minute you take this off, this disconnects it. All right, here's the impeller, and it's actually pretty clean, but it is worn out to the max. And I figured while it's down, because it's down right now, because I'm changing the oil, and the valve cover has an EGR valve in it, and it feeds it back into the engine, and the little tube that's welded to the valve cover broke off, and it was working fine, still ran. Problem was it's shooting all the hot exhaust gases right out through the valve. It's not just exhaust, it's just engine gases. That's what it reclaims, is burnt oil and stuff that are in the crankcase. And it was melting the gas tank. It's shooting right out into the gas tank. So I ordered a new valve cover, which is $12.99, but you can't get one. So I had to go to eBay to the scalper guy and pay almost $60 for it, for a little piece of frickin' stamped steel. But while it's down, I mean, it actually runs right now. I can run it. It's just going to melt my gas tank. I figured I'd redo some of the impellers and stuff on it. It's just, I'd beat the snot out of it. So I'm going to rotate the impellers, because once you see the impellers, you'll understand why. It is 20 some odd years old. I think it's 2004, so it's 19 years old. So yeah, it needs some help. It really, really wants some help. I think I'll use this impact. Hopefully it will be ballsy enough. Is this battery charged? Yes, it is. Hopefully that's enough. Now I have to find the, I'm going to use the Makitas instead of Milwaukee, because I think it's going to need some nut. I got to get all these frickin' bolts off. I hope I get to them all. There is no oil in it, but there is gas in it. So I don't want to tip it over too far. What else do I need? I need a socket that goes onto these, and if I remember correctly, it's either 9/16 or 5/8. So let me get that, which is over here in the mechanical tool section. It is frickin' pouring out. I know you guys can't really hear it, but I organized this once. I know you guys again can't see what I'm doing over here, but I'm in my toolbox here. And this is a Milwaukee 9/16. I don't think it's 9/16. I think it might be actually. It looks like it's 9/16. Let's find out. For some reason I remember it being 5/8, but I could be wrong. Because they're all the same on this thing. No, it's even smaller. So it's 1/2 inch. Don't believe that. I thought it was bigger than that. I don't believe a word of it. 1/2 inch. Where's my 1/2 inch? And yes, this thing's old, so it's actually. Did I have a 1/2 inch impacty one? The only problem with these impacty ones is you can't read the size on them. You just can't read it. I gotta get rid of that plastic bag. That's just a waste. Okay, it's not 1/2 inch either. Unless that's not a 1/2 inch socket. Because that is a 1/2 inch socket. So that must be a 3/8. Oh well. We'll use the non-impact rated and see if I break it. And take these apart. It's going to get loud, guys. And there's a lot of these. I think there's like 15 of them or something. 12. There's a lot. Oh, crap. I'm not even sure I can do this. I might have to hand twisty a few. Yeah, that one with the tool. I don't want to lean this too far, but I know I can get some of these down here. One right here somewhere. Of course, the frickin' thing is just not. Tire's gonna get in the way. Where is it? There's one right here. Did it come off? Seems to be. I'm believing it did. So I got like 3 more I gotta get to. And this one just for giggles. Oh, there's another one right there I can get at. What else goes through? You know, these two big monstrosities go through, but I'll just use adjustables on that. Those are just pins. The impeller actually looks way better than I thought it was gonna. Although when you use it, it's like sort of self-cleaning, I guess. It's flailing nasty crap around inside of it. Yeah, we're just starting to get it. It's starting to rain this morning. We're supposed to get like really nasty storms tonight and this afternoon. Mostly tonight. Overnight we're supposed to get like super bombarded by whatever's out west. Not quite as bad. We're not like in any kind of tornado threats or anything like that. But let's see. I need a 1/2 inch, and I think I can use my ratcheting socket head on that, which would make life so much easier. I love these stupid things. I bought these freaking ratchet box-in wrenches as a joke years ago. I bought these when Home Depot first opened, the Huskies. These things with the ratcheting, and I can't tell you just how much I love them. They actually work beautifully. I figured I'd break them by now too. I have. Let's see, am I tightening? I'm tightening on it. Yep. I've used so many left-handed threaded things over the years that I can never remember which way is which anymore. Yes, I know lefty loosey, righty tighty, but it just doesn't register in my brain anymore because there's so many mechanical things now that are left-handed threaded, so they don't undo while they're in motion. That my brain doesn't associate with it anymore. I used to just automatically grab tools and just undo it, and it doesn't happen anymore. And I'm hoping. Wow, this one's bad. It worked. Probably should have left one on top in, because now I'm going to be fighting this one that's holding all the weight. I think I'm going to put one back in loosely just to help hold it. So it's not supported by just the last one I'm trying to do, which is in the most obscure place to get to. Oh, this thing weighs a ton. Okay, where are you? I'm too old for this being on the ground crap. Oh, crap-oly. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. Why am I smelling gas? This thing shouldn't be putting out any gas right now. I don't see any leaking. Probably just because I'm stirring it up. Come on! The hardest one to get to is going to be the hardest one to undo, right? There it goes. I don't really want to lean it up, like I said, because I don't want to spill gas all over. Because it has almost a full tank of gas. I think I had it on a bank the last time I was using it, and the overflow oil safety switchy thing kicked in, and I thought the thing had died. So I started going through it and found out it was just, I had to let it sit on level ground again and settle so the thing wouldn't trip. But I decided since I was doing that, I'd drain the oil and figured it was time to rebuild it a little bit. I've had it for, God, I've had this thing, what, 5 years now, 6 years? It was given to me by a friend. He had put it on eBay to sell it. And I'm like, dude, I want it. I was going to buy it off. And I used to rebuild his mountain bikes for him. So I had all the tools and stuff. He'd come over, not that I built them for him, but he'd come over and we'd hang out and he'd use my tools and we'd just hang out. And he's like, if you want it, you can just have it. I just want it out of the yard. I was like, okay. So I got it for free. All I had to do was go pick it up. And I have beaten the ever-living snots out of it. I have not been gentle to this machine in any way, shape, or form. What's up, Vince? Time to lift the chair high. Yeah, I almost thought about putting it on the two workmates and locking it in on those. And then I thought about me trying to lift it up onto the two workmates. And I was like, you know what? I'll deal with it on the ground. Hopefully I can do this with these without having to get out a breaker bar. It would help if I actually set it to the right size, wouldn't it? Well, that was easy. Easier than I thought. Now I'm almost going to want to get a socket. I guess this will work. It'll take a moment, but this puppy needs a bath. It's actually in better condition than I thought it was going to be, but yeah, that's kind of rusted up. Let's see if the other side goes as easy. For some reason, I'm thinking it ain't, because that would just be too easy. Actually, you know what? I think I've had this off. I know I did. Now that I think about it, because I had a rock that jammed in here a few years back, and I had to take this as like a, I know you guys can't see it, but you will in a second. It's like a splitter guard thing, so big chunks don't come out. They have to get ground up before they come out. And it's just, you know, a big plate that makes sure nothing too big comes out to shoot. And I believe that should be the last thing I got to take out. Get this thing off the front. Okay, not. What am I missing? Inner splitter. Am I missing a nut somewhere? I am. Missing one right here. Can I get this on it, or is it going to have to be a hander? I think I can get this on it. I can get it on it. It worked. Alright, and there comes that thing. That's the whole front. That's actually not bad in here. And these are the little guard fingery things, which help chop up the leaves some. And just so you know, these are supposed to be like sharp and pointy. And these, if you look at them, are supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be square, not rounded. Which is the main thing. Oh man, and of course the pins on the back. I was hoping not to take this impeller off. I don't think I can. You gotta press it off. It's pressed onto the drive shaft of the motor. Well, that bites. Because if you look, and I know you guys can't see, but we're going to bring you over so you can. Right. Can you actually see the impeller right here? Sort of. If you look on this side, see how it's got like little fingers, and this is actually like a half an inch too short. And it's supposed to have like little grooves notched in it, not just be rounded. This should be straight up, and at the top it's got like little scallops in it. So they're kind of worn out. And I was going to just flip them over and use this face, which you can do, supposedly. They should look like this. I don't know if you can actually see that in this camera, because I'm just looking at the little itty bitty phone screen. Hoping I could pull that pin and just flip them over. Because that frontward arc thing isn't supposed to be a frontward arc thing. It's supposed to be square. So yeah, that ain't happening, because I'm not pulling that whole impeller off. I don't have a press anymore. I can get it off, but I have a gear puller that I think I could use to get it off, but I have no way to press it back on after. And I'm not going to just beat it on. That'll screw up the motor. Been that stupid before. The other thing I wanted to do was sharpen these blades, which are kind of on the back side, but I think I can get to them, because there's a wood chipper right here that you can feed branches in and chip the boards. And those are kind of dull. Although I pulled those off a while ago, because there's actually an access panel right here. You can unbolt this and get in there. Difficultly get to them. I've actually pulled this whole chute off, and I found it easier. And get to the blades, and I ran a file over them. They're actually not as dull as I thought they were going to be, but I may take them off and sharpen them anyway, since I'm in here. Is that a 1/2 inch also? I believe it is. To the other side, because they're just the bolt spinning on the other side. Well, I'm wondering if I could just take the grinder to these and just like sharpen them up. I believe I can. I mean, I really can't make them any worse. They're kind of toast. See if I can get this thing to look down there. Come on. There we go. That's a little better, I guess. So if you look at these, how it's all like arced in the front here, it should look just like that and have a little tooth knock in the top. And there's a chunk of wood in there. Let's get the chunk of wood out. Leaf mulch, chunk of wood, whatever it is. Yucky stuff. I got jammed in there. Oh, you know what? There's no back to the pin. It's an Allen key right here. That's so worn, though, I don't think I'll ever get that off of there. I almost went and bought new ones of these, but they're like $60 a piece, and I need 3 of them. And my wallet said, no. Dumbass, no. I mean, it still works the way it is. It just doesn't grind it up as well or as nice or as clean as it used to. Is this tank actually leaking now? Did I melt it that badly? I don't see any liquid, so I don't think so. The other thing I can do is sharpen these things up too. These are supposed to be all like really sharp. Now they're not sharp in the sense of a blade. You're actually flattening it. You want a very sharp, flat face with the two edges very sharp. You know, it sounds kind of funky, but that's how it actually goes together. This thing's actually in better condition than I thought it was, considering how badly I've abused this thing. Who knows what he did with it for the first 15 years, because I'm pretty sure he said he bought it new. He didn't really use it. He got his new house down the street here. He only lives like 2 miles away. And it's just too hilly. He gets the leaves, but the property he's on now isn't flat. It's a big, the whole property is banked back to the backyard like pretty steeply, which is good because it drains and his foundation doesn't get full of water like some places that are local to him do. But because it drains off the road and down into his backyard and out into the stream. But this thing really doesn't climb up and down the hill very well. For the same reason I had it shut down on me. The oil overfill switch keeps tripping them. Yeah, wallets don't agree with reality sometimes, unfortunately. This frickin' stand. I like the stand, but for one thing, the tilt click is there or there. There's no like in between. It sucks. It just sucks. But yeah, this is not supposed to be rounded that much in the front. It's supposed to be square like this side. You literally should be able to just turn these things over. And there's 2 Allen keys, one here and one here. I'm debating on whether I should try stripping them out and trying to. I mean, what could happen? I strip them out and I can't do it. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Do I have? I don't think I have an Allen key that small, actually. Not unless I go metric. I don't think I have a standard Allen key that small. I mean, I'm sure I do somewhere, because I've got like 8 billion Allen keys. But I don't think I have one that I can find I might actually. I might have Dad's old Allen key kit with all of them like attached to a little squirrely thing. Ooh, I forgot I bought this. I bought this years and years and years ago. This is actually mine. It's not gonna work. I'm pretty sure this thing's old enough to be all standard. I have a metric set. I don't think I've used a single Allen key on this because I bought it at home. There's another thing I bought at Home Cheapo when they first opened here in town. Here in the area. I shouldn't say in town because it's not really in this town. But in this area, let's see. This looks like the right size. Might be a little too small. Yeah, I think I think it might be too screwed up. But I need a picky type thing. Where's my really sharp, picky thing for picking out dirt? I have one here. I did. I wonder if I give it to my brother. I mean, I can make another one, I guess. Oh, this is a nail punch, and I got about 800 nail punches over here that I sharpen it. This one actually might be small enough by going with a yellow. Yeah, it's really not sharp enough either. This may actually be too big. Feels like it's sort of trying to fit. fit. Holy crap. I don't think I'm ever going to get this thing off, though. Even if I WD-40/PB blast the crap out of it. But we might just give it a try. Ooh, it's in there. And it's turning. Oh, that's a pin. I remember that now. That's not an Allen key. It just looked like an Allen key because of the dirt. That's an expansion pin. I gotta tap that out. It goes all the way through. How hard is that gonna be? Let's find out. If it's not that hard, I might do it. Where's the center punch? Is that the right size? Or is that the right size? That's too small. Those are nail sets. Those aren't center punches. I think this one's about the right size. Let's see, with my little baby hammer and the center punch, which looks like it's about the right perfect size. I just can't get my ass in there because I'm too old and broken. Let's try the nail punch first. Get it started because the center punch is wobbling around. It's actually working. Let's go to the center punch. It actually worked. Okay, where did it go? Did you guys see where it went? I'm kind of going to need it back. Now I need something that'll pry that off. I got something. I know I do. How about this here freaking pry bar? Cat's paw pry bar thingy. Oh, this could actually be easier than I thought. I guess because this thing's constantly like throwing material through it. Oh, there's the pin. So literally, I should be able to just put it back together with the things facing the other direction. Now you can actually see it. This should be how the face looks. See how it's got like it's all square and it's got these little nookies in it. Nookie news. That's what actually bypasses these things and really chips it up, supposedly. So let's just put it back together with it. Oh, I can't flip them over because the pinhole doesn't line up. Well, that's a bummer. The pinhole doesn't line up with the pinhole. So you can't put them in backwards. Why do they put the teeth on the backside if they don't let you do that? Unless I can get to the backside and just slide the pin in from the other side of this. But I really don't want to do that because then it would be in the way of the wood chipper. I could drill a hole through it, but I don't think I have a bit that'll go through this. I'm assuming this is like, what do they call it, Class 8 steel or whatever. That's a major bummer. Well, it'll make it easier to grind these, I guess. What does chat say? What do you think? What do you think? Look at how that's supposed to be square. Square, not like rounded. square. I think, though, if I take a grinder and flatten this edge again so it's not all rounded, I think these things will cut a lot better again. I mean, again, it works as it is. It does work technically, but it could be better, like a lot better. Like a lot better. Matter of fact, I think, will this thing show it good enough? I have the schematics for this. Yeah, sort of. I don't know if you can see that. But if you look at these fingers up here, that's what it should look like. Not all rounded. I don't know if that focus because I'm looking at a little 13-inch screen. Let's get the grinder. There's a really old cutting wheel on it, which I should probably put a newer one on it. But you know what? Before I put the newer one on it, do I have an actual grinding head? I think I do. I have a diamond head. I have the big original. I have the original Makita frickin' grinding wheel. Now, what I don't think I have right here. Oh, I do. The tool doesn't do it. But I do. It's right here. So, should I use the cutter blade or should I use the grinding blade? I think actually I'm going to start with the cutter. And the only problem with this is I'm left-handed. And left-handed people, what did I do with it? Did I carry it away with me when I went to get the... I did. When I went to get the grinder. I did. So let's cause sparks. Let's cause some sparks. Let's cause us some sparks. This is going to be fun. I have a brand new cutting wheel here. Being left-handed, I shoot the frickin' sparks right at myself. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to help. And what I do know is it more than likely isn't going to help. Just start a fire in the garage. I'm just putting it in. Even though it's Having these edges on either side. Fire anywhere yet? Probably really, really bad. The one thing I do know I need to do is take it and straight side. I need to really knock it deep into it. Yeah, I have seen other brands that have jagged edges here. It's getting warm, so I'm gonna stop for a minute. I've looked at other brands and they have like sawtooth, jagged crap in them. So as long as it's like a sharp edge, I think this will help. It can't hurt. Put it that way. All I wanted to do is cut a little better. Grind a little better. I think that'll mulch better. It's got some jagged edges and everything. I mean, all it's got to do is tear up. Yeah, no, I can't make them. I don't have the tools to make metal parts. I don't have welders and all that kind of crap. I'm not a welder. And honestly, I don't even know anyone that does anymore. That's the problem with getting old. Not only are you old and you don't want to do shit yourself, all the people you know that do shit are either dead, moved away, retired, don't want to talk to you no more because they don't want to do it no more. Just like I have friends that keep calling me up to do construction work, and I'm like, no, too old and tired to be crawling around basements and jacking up houses and working on roofs, and it ain't happening. I'm too old for that shit. I am just quite simply too old for that shit. But I think that should help. So my only concern now is getting them at least close to balanced. Set that on the plastic can because the blade's all hot. I know it is. But that should definitely tear up leaves a little better. It's got some jaggedness and some sharpness. Yeah, I don't braze. I don't do any of that. I was never much of a metal worker. I would grind stuff, but that's like the extent of my metal working days. All right. Is this thing hot? It is. Very, very hot. So, what did I do with the damn pin? Where did I put the pin? Where did I put the pin? Back here behind me. I'm not even gonna like grease this or clean it or nothing. It's just gonna get beat the shit out of again in no time flat. Line that back up somehow. Oh crap, I want to weigh these. I have to weigh these. I can't just let it go. They gotta be balanced. That I do know. That I know for a fact. So let's go to the next one. Well, this one's got like a safety clip over the pin. I guess the balancing doesn't matter so much because that one didn't have it. And that would definitely throw the balance out. Come on off, safety pin. Clip, whatever you want to call it. It has a little clip over the pin there. So you can drive the pin out easier. Oh, yeah, this one. Alright. Play that game if you want. I'm going to win. Put my foot in the way. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm too old for this garbage. I actually like doing this, though. It's kind of fun. You know. Come out. Well, it's not in there anymore. I don't see where it went, but it came out. I do believe that's a standard through pin, and I can get more of it if I need to. Maybe. And let's grind up another one. Oh, there's the pin. Put it all in the box. Let's do some more grinding. I'm causing sparks and stuff. But I gotta do it right-handed, which means I won't wear gloves, because that metal gets hot. That gives me a little bit of protection. Even though when it's pretty hot to go up, gives you some protection. Probably the only I'm doing is wasting my time. The only bad thing I could see is I get these too far out of balance. It's like a mother. I don't know. don't think grinding wise anything I do here is really going to change it. I'm doing this enough for fun, and I was more stuffing and grabbing this thing to the valve cover, changing my motor maintenance on it. I really have a big this thing like 6 years. 35 or 6 years I've had this thing. I added oil once, so I did change it. But it always just runs. That's what I love about this. It just runs. Every year I do nothing to it. I do nothing over the winter and summer and it's like, it's not for years. I do nothing to prepare the fuel burning. I do have rubbing alcohol. Because then I cannot tell you how many small engines I've had people come to me, and I'm no super small engine repair guy, but I can usually get them to run again. They may not run great, but I can usually get them to run again. And the number one thing I do, I had one of these that wasn't a vacuum. It was just a leaf mulcher. One of those ones had the big scoop in the top, and you just rake up leaves and you throw them into it, and it mulches them up. That's what got me into the whole mulching the leaves thing, because that's way better than trying to. My yard's just got too many trees to blow leaves around. You just end up with a pile somewhere that the wind blows and they come right back. You got to get rid of them somehow. So the mulcher was awesome, and it was actually the church, my father's church, that he was like the maintenance man at the church after he retired. And they were getting rid of it. The thing was like 20 years old. It was a nice one. I think it was a Craftsman, but it was big. I mean, it was huge, actually. It was like a 9 horsepower monstrosity. And he brought it home on the trailer, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to the dump." I'm like, "Before you go to the dump, let me." And he's like, "Well, they already bought a new one. Why are you going to try and fix it?" Like, because I might use it. It's like, whatever. He was all bent out of shape about it because he'd have to go back to the dump. Not 5 minutes, I had it running. And all I did was drain all the fuel out, drop the bowl out, put frickin' rubbing alcohol in the bowl, squirt some WD-40 into the carburetor, put fresh gas in it, and put like a tablespoon of rubbing alcohol in the gas tank. And after like 6 pulls, it fired right up. And he's like, "How'd you do that?" And it's like, it's got that methanol, ethanol fuel in it. If you don't put rubbing alcohol or buy the preservatives, you can buy that preservative stuff for $20 a bottle, or you can buy a bottle of freaking 90% rubbing alcohol. That's all that really is. And the rubbing alcohol breaks down the methanol, the ethanol, whatever the hell they call it. And it's all you got to do. Most small engines, if you put rubber, just like a little bit, I put like a tablespoon in a gallon. And then if it's a 2-stroke, you add your oil, then whatever. And I do nothing for maintenance on fuels or stuff on any of my lawn care equipment, and they always fire right up the next year. And I've got stuff. My leaf blower is, God, it's older than this. It's probably 25 years old. This thing, my old lawnmower. I finally got rid of the lawnmower because I got tired of spark plugs, and I went to a battery powered lawnmower, and I'll never look back. If I could get this in battery powered, I would. Gas sucks. But anyway. Yeah, all you need to do is add rubbing alcohol to your fuel, and it preserves it. Much better. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I have no idea if it's going to hurt, but I'm going to do it. I'm thinking, since this is actually too short, which is probably why I'm getting a lot of stuff coming out of it that's not actually ground. Like it takes the bigger leaves and it just chops them in half. It doesn't actually mulch them like it used to. So I have a feeling it's because this tooth, these should all three be the same length because this one's worn out. Now this is the outside edge. So, or the inside edge. Well, yeah, outside edge. It's where the material hits first as it comes up the chute. So it would wear out faster. Makes sense. Yeah, that should work better. It's like sharp and grabbing my glove. But I'm trying to angle them this way. So I'm hoping as it goes, it grabs it and kind of pushes the material toward the other tooth. I don't know. I might just be making this crap up as I go. Wait, let me rephrase that. I am making this crap up as I go. But my theory is sound, right? Oh, this one's got the stupid clippy thing on it too. How did I get the stupid clippy thing off? Did it just rotate, or did it open up a little? It just rotated. Why am I smelling fuel? I shouldn't be. Well, probably because I'm rotating this thing and I'm pumping fuel through the carburetor. I didn't even think of that. That should open it up enough so I can get this little thin one on it at least. And pop that clippy thing off. I probably won't be putting those back on because that would definitely be a balancing issue. Not that this thing, I mean, it was a little out of balance, it seemed, but it didn't seem terribly out of balance. I mean, it vibrates. It's a big freaking spinning disc with crap going through it. Center punch. Because that's tapered and it's going to get jammed if I go any farther. Stop rolling away. Probably block the wheels on this thing, huh? Okay, you got to get to somewhere where I can actually work here. And that's out. This is all going way too easy. I'm jinxing myself now saying that. Way too easy. Train going by. You guys hear that? They're working on the track, so now every time a train goes by, you hear all the horns. Not just the train horn, but they blow like dynamite horns. I don't know if you've ever been around where they're blasting dynamite, but they always blow the safety horn a few times before they pop it, before they ignite the dynamite. And they have it's not the exact same, but it's similar. All the workers have to get off the track before the train goes by. And where'd that pin go? Right here. Well, that was nice. I think I need to switch batteries. I have a feeling this puppy's toast. Yeah, one late. I think I got about 18 of them. All right. What did I just do with that thing? Here it is. No, I'm building a leaf mulcher. That's what I'm building, Mikey. How is it, Mikey? How is your Saturday going? I'm pretending to sharpen the blades on my leaf mulcher. I don't know if it's going to do any good or not. I'm going to try. Because at $50, $54 a piece, plus shipping, I'm not buying new. It sparked right up my neck. That is wet. I'm going to have to go and try to get my scale in a minute. I gotta wait. Yeah, fire. Spark. Fire. Getting right on myself. The whole left-handed thing. Give it some fake teeth. Alright, I gotta go get the scale. And I actually got a couple things I just remembered I gotta do inside. So I am going to give it 5 minutes and I will be back because I have to go get my scale. So where's my be back in 5 minutes one? Is that it? I believe it is. And we're back. And I wasn't wearing my safety glasses before. Why weren't you guys yelling at me for not wearing my safety glasses? Because I wasn't wearing my safety glasses. I got my scale. I forgot I don't have my big scale anymore. I don't know if this is big enough. This is a little itty bitty scale. Hoping. I mean, it's probably more accurate. But I think I've used this thing like 3 times in my life. I've had it for a while. But I gotta remember how to even use it. Hello, it says. It says hello. That makes it better. That didn't work. But I just fold it in half. I have no idea what measurement it's on. It's measuring the paper towel, so it's going to be pretty accurate. So, let's see what it says for a weight, or if it's going to bonk on these. 10.29 ounces. 10.4 ounces. 10.8 ounces. So 10.4 ounces is this one, right? Which is the lightest one. Yep. So I need to match it. So let's make this one 10.4 ounces. I really don't have to take much off. Take a couple ounces. How much did that take off? 10.8, not much. Make sure I don't go under. Okay, that didn't even move. And I actually took quite a bit off. Getting hot. 10.7. So I've taken 1/100th of an ounce off. I'm just cutting all kinds of jagged crap into them. 10.06. I'm getting close. I mean, dirt's probably going to make up this much. I'm balancing it, but 10.05. I need to keep off 1/100th. 10.05 still. Getting hot. Still at 10.05. Jesus, drop or something, wouldn't it? Holy crap, still at 10.05. close. 10.05. Come on now. Okay, how did that get to 10.31? 10.06. 10.05. 10.31. All right, if I get close. I'm thinking 1/100 of an ounce is pretty close. .28. So heavy. Getting hot now. 10.27. Holy crap. Gotta let it cool off. It's getting hot. I'm probably overthinking the weight thing, but I want it at least close. Because I do think it'll stop some vibration. Because it was vibrating. Not terribly, but it did have some vibrations. And I mean, just running, not while it was grinding. I let it cool off. It's getting warm. Where am I at? 10.25, so I gotta take 0.2 of a gram off. I'm gonna need pliers. It's getting warm. It's getting warm, baby. Killing another battery already. Should probably put them on charge. Let that cool off for a minute. put some batteries on charge because it just flashed a little warning thing at me. I want to get one of these charging and grab another one. Charging. Let's grab the big boy battery. Which probably isn't charged, right? Nope. This one's got a full charge. I got about 800 batteries. Problem is I also got 800 tools they're all attached to. Hey, I need to put my headphones back on, don't I? You guys can't even probably hear me. I didn't even think of that. Can you guys even hear me? Can you hear me now? How well was this thing picking up as I was just walking around yakking? I didn't even think of that. I need to put my headphones back on. And my eye shades back on. And put the new battery in the grinder. And see how hot the part is. It's pretty warm. It's not terribly warm. But I'm still going to grab it with a tool. Oh, I ground a bit of my thing off. This is not the way. Even though the Mandalorian says it is. Okay, that's too far. There we go. That's a good spot. Start the flame. Am I starting a fire yet? My crotch on fire yet? I'm just cutting into it now. I'm trying to take off some weight. Pyre's warranty voided. I think the Pyres are warranty voided already. I'm going to turn this thing back on. 10.15. We're getting there. Okay. I don't know if I want to grind any more off of it. I'm probably overthinking this weight thing, as I said before. we go. 10.12. Getting there. I'm making them all snaggle-toothed. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know. That might not help either. It might hurt. It may just fill up with crap and not cut at all anymore. 10.6. I think we're close enough. The 100th of a gram. 10.6. 10.5. You know what? I think I'm going to try and get them all to 10.5 just because it'll make me happy. $10.5. 10.6. This is the one I've been grinding at for about an hour, huh? Oh no. Okay, they can't be that scale can't be that accurate. $10.5. They're all at 10.5 now. I'm happy. Good enough. Sergio! I'm doing stupid things, Sergio. I'm half-ass sharpening. These are supposed to be square. They're not supposed to be rounded. They're supposed to actually be square. These are the flails to my leaf mulcher that I'm sharpening. Ow, that's hot. That was the one I've been grinding at for about an hour. All right, let's put this thing all back together. Right. Sure, he says. Let's go to this one. Sure, he says. Certainly. Let's get it all back together. It came apart actually very easily. The hard part's going to be getting that hole to line up. I thought I had it, but I guess not. Here it is. And I believe I should be able to just tap that puppy back in there. And there we go. One down. One down. Next. Now that these are all weighed up, that sucker's warm still. Very, very warm. It's actually almost hot. Almost very hot on my poor little hands. Line up the hole and tap it in there. And that is that. One more. Okay, here's this. Where's the through pin? There it is. Now, two of the three of these had covers. One did not. They probably should have covers. But I think part of my out of balancing act on this, because like I said, it wasn't terrible vibrating, but it did vibrate. Oh, I'm fall over. Just trying to get my damn hammer because I'm old and tired. Old and not so flexible. Wonder if some of the vibration was because only one of the clips was missing. Now, should I sharpen these things? Is the question. Do they need to be sharpened? I think I should flatten the edges off. These are supposed to be like snaggletooth shaped, but this front edge should have two sharp edges, not be rounded. And they're not spinning or anything, so why not, right? Why not take the grinder to them and just re-up the edges? Let's cause some more sparks. Yeah, that should work. Oh, what fun! Grinder happiness. I just caught my pinky with the grinder. Good thing I got a scar there from doing it before, because that would have hurt. I have no idea if this is going to help at all. But I'm thinking it certainly can't hurt. Here's one down. Let's do the other one. This is all rounded over. Excuse me. Wife needs stuff. Well, you better do that. You're posting on both Twitter or Twitch and YouTube. Nice. More grinding. And again, all I'm trying to do here, you're not making these a point. You're just flattening it so the two edges are really sharp. And I got it upside down, don't I? No, I'm doing it the right way. You want this edge and this edge sharp right here. So as the leaf goes over it, it impacts the flat and then shatters on either side of it. And that's what mulchifies it. So I understand anyways. This thing does crush rocks. I've sucked rocks into it. That we did. Killed another battery. We're pretty much done anyways. And this is definitely the lower of the two. This one had all kinds of rock damage on the bottom. So, on that note, I'm kind of ready to put this thing back together. Hopefully, when I get the valve cover today, I can put oil in it. I drained the oil out of it and left it out because I need the valve cover. So I'll put a couple of fresh quarts of oil in it. It's supposed to be crappy weather for like the next 3 days. Monday is the first nice day. So I gotta have 2 nice days of weather. If it rains and then you let it get sunny, the leaves stay wet in the under a layer. So you can't run this thing right away because wet leaves it just won't. Although it might actually do better on wet leaves now, but it doesn't suck up wet leaves so well. They got to be at least somewhat dry. At least somewhat dry. At least. I wonder if you can reverse these. I bet you'd want to, because you really want these. You do want at an angle so it shoots the material out the chute on the top. So I understand, anyways. How I'm going to get these to stay on there while I'm holding that and these, I don't know yet. But I'll find a way. I always do. This has actually got to be the bottom one, though, because it's all rusted from the water. Because the bottom's rusty, because I hosed it down with a garden hose before I took it apart the other day. I hosed it the other day before I took it apart. Oh, I want to sharpen the frickin' wood blades, too, I guess. How am I going to do that? I got to get at them. It's almost easier if I take the intake chute off. What time is it? Holy crap, it's 10 o'clock. Having fun. I didn't put my gloves back on. I did not put my gloves back on. I got to charge another battery. I got to charge a couple of batteries. And of course, all my other chargers are inside. I've got 8 chargers, and they're all inside. I only got one out here, I think. Do I have another? Oh, I do have another one out here. Cool, I can charge 2 batteries at once. Beep. Beep, beep. Let's see, how many more batteries I got left? I got 2 more here, and then I got the one in the circular saw. Then I have to go inside for batteries. This one's only got two bars left. I guess this is a good thing. That one's only got one bar left. That might be batteryless. How's the circular saw? How's that battery? That's got 4 bars. The big monster battery on the circular saw's got 4 bars. How am I going to get those off? Let's see. I got to get to this side of this thing over here and take these 2 off. Take this off, and I can get to the back side. Correct the mundo, correct the mundo. Notice you can tell the stuff I've taken off before out in the yard because I paint the nuts orange. So if they land in the yard somewhere, I can find them again. I can't tell you how many times I've taken machines apart, dropped the nut on the ground, never to be seen again. Come on, lock washer. Get back on there. I should probably put a new belt on this thing too. I wonder how hard it is to get to the belt. It's just a regular V belt, but it's never been replaced. That's off. Oh, don't roll away, nut. You didn't want to stay in the box. But you're going to go back in the box because that's where you belong. Because that's your home. Now, what holds those in position? That is an Allen key. That's an Allen key. What did I do with my Allens? I put them right here. Alright. Take this and put it back in here. This is the only full set of Allen keys I think I have in existence. The world does not have full sets of Allen keys because I've never used it. I actually bought this set because it came with a metric set too. And I bought it for the metric set. Again, back when Home Depot first opened. How big is that? Not that big, huh? It's a little bit bigger. It might actually be metric. I don't think this thing's new enough to be metric, but it might be. I have a feeling this is too big. And this is the next step up. Ooh, it's close. It's really, really tight. But I think that's actually the right size. And I need a battery. And it just spun down, key out, didn't it? Came off. These I'm going to put right here because I'm going to be putting it right back on almost immediately. Come on. Where do you line up, baby? There we are. One nut, one washer, one bolt, and one blade. And here we have a blade. Holy crap. It's all like angled. It's not square anymore. Not square anymore. It's got an arc. But I have a feeling the arc's going to stay there. I'm just going to, yeah, it's like sharp here. It's almost actually sharp. I mean, but out here it's all rounded. That's where all the work is being done, I guess. Oh, let's use up another battery. At least this is the big baby battery. This is the battery that came with the grinder, which is what I should be using with it. And yes, if you could tell, I'm not too worried about it being the sharpest thing in the world, because this thing isn't going to be the sharpest thing in the world, because it's just too far gone. But I can make it sharper than it was, and therefore still cut wood. This is the branch cutting blade. You don't want to overheat it, because that'll untemper it. And you all are going to say, that is a horrendous job sharpening it. And you're absolutely right. But you know what? It's working. I just got to get this very tip. And it's way better than what it was. It can't be no worse than what it was. That's actually kind of sharp, except for the very corner right here, which I really want sharp, because that's actually probably what does most of the work. That took care of that. Kind of rounded, but actually the rest of it's pretty sharp. Actually, that's pretty sharp. I mean, it's far from perfect, but it's going to get screwed up and beat up, and it ain't going to matter. I do have a file here. I might actually take a file to the backside and get rid of the burr. What do you think? Should I do that? Still warm. Still warm. Where'd my metal file go? I have one here somewhere. There it is. Take it to the back side. Get rid of the burr. I did overheat a little bit. It blued just a tad. Oh well. You know what? It's still probably better by 100-fold than what it was. It's cooled off enough for me to hold on to, sort of. It's a little warm still. Now we need to get it back on there, which is a little tricky actually, because it's on the other side. On the other side, let's see if you can actually see it. Probably not, because the camera's kind of far away. But I got to do it through the hole here. And it goes that away. No, it goes that away. Goes this way. It's definitely sharp. It's sharp. Washer. Nut. It is a lock nut. Surprised they have the nut on the inside. Because, that's where all the debris, although I guess it's the wood debris is on the inside of this one. So, yeah. Guess that makes sense. Washer. Nut. Probably should have balanced these too. Weight balanced them, but oh well. It is what it is. Impactulation. Let's put the Allen key on the nut, the bolt. Let's see, I want to tighten. It's tight. Wants to go the other way, so I'm using this nut to hold the Allen key so it doesn't twist out of my hand. And that's tight. Really tight. So tight it almost stripped out the Allen key. Let's give this one a last little oomph. Yeah, be tight. Next. Oh wow. I just noticed this impeller's all bent right here. We can fix that with a hammer. I know you guys can't see it, but that's fixed. Sort of. Now it's fixed. Well, they all got kind of a curl to them because they got rocked. They got rocked. They got rocked. Hey, that's better. Probably should just grind that a little bit off, even though that will hinder the fan. Let's take this one out. This is the one I got to take out, right? This isn't the one I've already cleaned up. Nope. It is definitely not the one I cleaned up already. Right. They're loose. Now I got to actually get them undone. I know you guys probably can't even see what I'm doing because it's kind of dark over here. I really want this at a different angle. Come on, hex nut, get in there. What is the angle of the dangle you want to be in? There we go. One off. Oop, where'd the washer go? There it is. Let's do the other one. I'll be surprised. This thing should actually cut for a week or so a little better. Probably all it's going to last, but yeah, that baby is round. Can't get much rounder than that. It's round. I know you can't really see it. Can't really see it. Let's grind it up. Need a battery. My last charged battery. Hopefully it lasts long enough to finish this. I don't even think it was fully charged. Doing a much better job on this one. I know I don't look it, but I actually am. Look at that, it's all shiny even. Much more control. Figured out how to do it. Oh well. One of them's sharp. Yep, that's pretty sharp. Not perfect, but it's better than what it was. Probably should have filed both sides of the other one too, but oh well. Yep, that's much sharper. Like much sharper. Again, far from perfect, but it's sharper. Whoops, did the wrong thing. Wanted to do that. Again, not that you can really see what I'm doing here, but this spins this way, so this needs to be down. The bladey pointy part needs to be down. That's not where you go. That's where you go. Well, no. Warlock washer. Whoops, that's not where you go. Up here in the hole, not the slot. The slot is for the chips to evacuate. I wonder how much these blades are. I actually think these two blades aren't that expensive. I'm almost thinking about buying new ones. Because I actually do use the wood chipper quite a bit on this. Chop up branches that fall down in the wind like it's going to happen. I just did it yesterday. I was actually, instead of grinding them, I was picking them up, putting them in a wheelbarrow. Because this thing's out of service. And I was like, that sucks. I would much rather have the grinder. You still have to pick them up, but you just grind them up. You don't have to carry them into the wheelbarrow, cart them away, stack them up. It's all nice and neat and clean with this, because again, I don't bag the chips. I leave the bag open on the bottom, and everything just falls back on the ground, all ground up and nice and neat. So there's that. I think it's time to put it all back together. Oh, the little blades are balanced and sharpened. I didn't balance those two, but oh well. I think balancing those other three, or at least getting them close. I just heard my charger buzz. No oil, none whatsoever. No oil. I gotta finish screwing that thing back together too. I think those things balanced will help. I think them sharpened will help. I think these things all roughed up will help. I think these things sharpened will help. I think it's time to put it back together. I wish it was up in the air, because these are going to be kind of a pain in the ass to get back in there. All proper like. And these edges are somewhat sharp. They're not perfect, but they are somewhat sharp. They're much sharper on these two edges now than they were. These aren't supposed to be blades. They're supposed to just be... This isn't really made to cut. It's made to mulch. It's made to smash. Like the Hulk. So, oh, my old dead body can't move no more. Let's wheel this thing around over here so we can sort of see what's going on. Not that you guys are going to be able to see what's going on, but sort of see what's going on. And somehow or another, I need to hold these right here, like so, but the other way around. They go this way. And these here flaily things go in between them, so all the leaves get beat the snots out of going past it. But how am I going to hold those in place? I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but I have a brilliant idea. And then this one goes up here, right here. So, when I get to the back of that, I can. So I can line that up with that and sort of hang that on there. Do the same thing with this one here at the bottom, maybe. Okay, where's the hole? I know there's a hole there. There it is. Get that one sort of lined up with that one. And that ain't working. But it will work long enough for that to just get held up and placed, I hope. Nope. That just doesn't want to play nice. But I think I can fix that too. Oh, I just got to get on this side with my fat old ass. Just hold that there. Hold that there. And that one's going to fall off, right? Of course it is. And I need the nuts and bolts and stuff, which are all over here. Oh, crap. Oh, crappity crap. Now, if that'll stay somewhat close to where I need it. I can get this one started, maybe. Okay, why won't it start? It looks like it's lined up. I guess it ain't. That's not the right bolt. Or is it? Yeah, it is. Let's see. If I can get this to line up with that, to line up with that, wherever it is. Come on now. Where are you? Alright. Gotta be a better way. Must be a better way. If I take this and I shoot it through that all the way, and I shoot it through that all the way, all I gotta do is get the bottom one to line up too. Oh boy. Need like a centering pin that's the right size, which these Allen keys will work just fine for. The hard part is I can't really see what I'm doing, which is really quite obnoxious. Okay, is that actually lined up? I don't think so. I don't think so, Rabbit. No, where are you, hole? Come on. Keep shooting by it on either side. Alright. If I go in this hole, maybe? Or at least get it close. Of course, that just dropped out. Alright. Wonder if I can just slide these in on this side. Sort of. Sorta I can. I didn't think I'd be able to do, but I can. So that's very close. So what I think I need to do is just put a couple of these in up top loose. Okay, some of them are pointed and some of them aren't. What's the difference? Is there a difference? I hope not. Where'd my safety switch go? I don't know. If I get this one in here very loosely. Come on, get in there very loosely. And I get this one in here very loosely. And what the hell's in the way? This thing's in the way. And then get this one in here very loosely. Come on, baby. Get in there. I know you want to. Okay, that's sort of lined up. And then in theory, I can sort of drop this in here and sort of line it up here. And that's actually sort of working. Now what I gotta do is find the hole and line it up to that hole and then put the bolt through it. And it looks like they're all lined up right there about. This is where the longer ones are. That's why there's different ones. Because these are longer because they have the extra thickness of the plate. Alright, that one started. See if I can get another one in. Well, that one went rather easily. And then this one right here is the last of the bottom plate ones. And then I can go the other side and do that side plate. Oh crap, I'm too old for this. Killing my back. My back hurts. Way. Alright, I need the 3 longer ones, which makes sense. And, oh, the cover's on that. What am I thinking? Alright. So, if that's centered on there, like it is, that should just go right in there, which it did. And then this one should just go in here, like it is. This is going way too easily. And then I can now take this out and put this one in. And that all worked. They're all in there. That means I can screw the rest of these in here. And get them all started to make sure everything's lined up in the way it's supposed to be before I go tightening anything. Oh, I have to put the thingy guide in too. This one I do want to start tightening first though. I may tighten it and back it back out just to get everything right. There it goes, just dropped in. The little plate wasn't exactly lined up, but now it is. And here it shift. Everything's shifted. So now I gotta loosen it back up. And I still have to get the grate in. This here puppy. I can't remember if it goes this way or this way. I'm going to say it goes this down because this is all shiny. Which means that's where all the stuff is hitting it every time it goes around. So this drops in here like sewage. And then this goes through it like sewage. Oops. Hopefully I actually have it lined up so it goes through it. Like that. And then we tighten this here nut down. Actually finger tighten it. Then get this one lined up. Why isn't it lining up? Do I have it upside down? I may. But that shouldn't matter. Oh, my back! I may have to quit before fully assembled because my back's hurting. Because that just does not want to line up. So what am I missing here? Do I have it upside down? Does this thing rotate past the knives? Nope, I got it upside down. I do have it upside down because it's rubbing on the fan. So I was thinking the shiny part was where all the stuff was rubbing, you know, as the stuff flies by it. Unless it goes this away. Is there a difference between the left and the right? I think there is. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it does kind of look like there is. I am pretty sure it goes with the shiny part down. believe that's it, because it looks like it's going to clear and fit, and it's really close to the impeller, but it's not going to rub. No rubbing. The clicking noise is the little fingers dropping, because they're all properly loose now instead of tight. And I think we're ready to screw this whole thing back together. Where'd the other nut go? There's another big nut here. Right here! Alrighty. Couple more screws going here. Around the body. And one here. There's a couple more underneath I gotta get to, but now let's work our way around. And no, I'm not going to use the power tool on this, because these are just screwing into the sheet metal, threaded sheet metal, and I will use it to undo it, but I will not use it. Well, I actually might use it to tighten a few of these just to speed it up, but I won't actually sock it down, because this thing really doesn't fit in there. It's rubbing on the head. But I don't want to use the impact to tighten them all the way, because it will more than likely just strip them out. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. It just shifted into place. Oh crap! Need to find a way to get this thing up in here. I'm missing a screw. Here it is. Ooh, missing another one down there. You guys really can't see what I'm doing, huh? Oh well. There. Nope. Right there. You can sort of see what I'm doing. Sort of, kind of. I can't believe this thing's still alive. I absolutely beat the snot out of this thing. Not a whole lot of throw there. But it's working. Slowly, but it's working. Don't want to lift it up too much because I have a feeling gas will pour out of the lower area that's disconnected. Mm. Mm. This one's got a little more throw. I'm going with the impact. For as many of these as I can. This will tighten it all the way up. Of course, I can't get to the one there. I think that's it. The one last one I really want it to grab, I can't get it on. So, by hand it is. Oh boy, this is so much fun, but we're pretty much done. All back together. I can't test it because I don't have a valve cover, which is supposed to come today. So I might bolt that on later this afternoon and at least run the machine. Make sure everything is balanced and not vibrating and making noise and all that garbly goop. Everything's tight except for the big ones. You gotta tighten the biggie ones. The biggie ones that hold the splatter guard. And then I gotta put this back on. Forgot about that. Going the wrong way, aren't I, dumbass? I think that's tight. Now that's tight. I'm just going to give it a slight pull. The spark plug is disconnected, yep, to make sure everything's spinning correctly. Nothing's hitting. Nothing's hitting. The only thing I hear is a little fingers running around, so that's done. So all that's left to do is put this puppy on back here. Let's clean up a little bit. Got 3 nuts, 1 washer, because dropped too many washers. Oh, there's 2 washers. I just found another washer. I know there's at least 1 missing because I lost it. Did I put those blades on the right way? I hope. It looks like I did. I did. What do you know? I did put them on right. So this one just gets put on with a couple of twists, and then this thing drops down on there because that's slotted, and then lines up with those two, and then these two get a nut and a washer. Because I'm missing a washer because I dropped it out in the yard one day. I had to take it apart because I got a branch stuck in there and it stalled the motor and blah blah blah. So need the ratchety thing again. Hopefully this was all worth it. I didn't just waste my whole damn day. And this thing grinds up a little better. I mean, that's all this was about, was getting it to... For one, I wanted to inspect the inside. I have never looked inside there fully. And it's actually in better condition than I thought it was. This is really good condition considering how much I beat the snot out of it. And that, my friend, is that. And we need to put the little stupid plastic cover on it. That's all we can talk about. This will actually show you how badly I beat it up. I've also had to replace this wheel, and this thing doesn't work so well. It doesn't really like to rotate properly. But that's all right. But this thing, I've had to 3D print a bunch of parts for because it keeps getting beat the snots out of. And actually, since I got the grinder right here, even though it's plastic, I was just going to get something else, but I'm going to cut that piece off that's dangling. There you go. Get rid of that, because that was hooking leaves and crap. And you can see I've had to repair this thing a few times with 3D printed. These are TPU. They're holding up better than the original ABS. Oh, and I've put hubcaps on it. And I printed these. These are 3D printed. And they're actually staying on. The original ABS ones, they just pop on. They got little fingers. The original ABS ones were missing all their little fingers, and every time I bumped a rock or anything, they'd pop off. Those are 3D printed out of polycarbonate. And they have way held up better than the original ever did. And this whole thing gets screwed back on here. There should be two more of these things somewhere. There's one, which it's important it goes on here because this is a little safety one. There's a safety switch here to make sure this is on, or else the motor won't run. There isn't a safety for the exhaust though, which kind of scares me as much as the... I mean, you can't really stick your fingers in there unless you're a real idiot, because there's a screen. This big thing here is a screen, kind of. I mean, you really would have to try and stick your fingers in there to get your fingers in there. You can, but you'd have to be determined. It's not going to happen accidentally. But I still think this should originally have had a safety. I mean, I'm glad it doesn't, because it's just one more thing to break. But that, my friends, is that. They got to keep this off because I got to work on the motor, and it covers the motor. So we're done. Isn't that pretty? You like my green TPU guards? Are they awesome? They look awesome to me. And it is 11 o'clock. Almost exactly. I've got 2 batteries, and it's telling me it's fully charged. So let's charge 2 more. Let's just put these on a tool, because they might as well be fully charged on a tool. And let's charge 2 more batteries. Burp. Saying that one's a big one and it's dead. Alrighty. That actually went better than I thought it was gonna. Easier, faster. I'm quite happy. I will run it up for about a half an hour when I get it, the valve cover tomorrow, and go around and tighten all the nuts and bolts again. I am going to fabricate a support. Oh, the other thing that's 3D printed are the the hold downs. These are hold downs for the, oh, you can't even see what I'm pointing at. Anyway, I got TPU 3D printed hold downs for the actual cloth basket that I did as a joke, and they've been way upholding the originals once again. Up here, these are just real thin TPU. They're only like 4 layers thick with a little tab on each end, and they wrap around and they hold the basket into place. They actually work really well. They work better than the originals. The originals kept breaking. So there's that. So hopefully I fix this thing somewhat, and it runs pretty good and everything's happy. So on that note, I think I'm going to kill the stream because it's 11 o'clock and I got to go clean up and then make lunch, because it'll be lunchtime in a half an hour. And now I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm getting hangry. I'm actually very pleased. It went together rather well. It did. It went together, came apart and went together rather easily. Spark plug disconnected, yes. I always check, make sure spark plug's disconnected when it's inside. But there's that puppy all put back together. Cleaned up on the inside, which it really didn't need much of. Again, I'm surprised how good a condition it was inside. Yeah. Hopefully it did have a vibration. It wasn't terrible, but I noticed it was getting worse over time. And I'm wondering if it was one of those teeth, because it sucked up a rock and ground some of them teeth. And I'm wondering if one of those teeth was heavier than the others, and that was what was causing the vibration. And now they're all kind of sort of finagly sharpened, I guess. I don't know if I actually did any good there, but hopefully it'll actually grind up the leaves a little better, because it was tearing them up a little bit, but it wasn't really grinding them like it did when I originally got it. And I have a feeling because all those little flail finger things were not very sharp. They were all rounded over. So hopefully my little sharpening process made it better. I don't know if it made it perfect, but it should have made it better. We'll find out when I go to use it. On that note, I am ending the stream. Y'all have a good day. Actually, doesn't Jerry stream later on this afternoon? I don't know. Y'all have a good day. Actually, you know what? I can raid these days. Let's raid somebody. Got it. Because now I have the awesome computer Sergio gave me for my birthday. Sergio gave me this computer for my birthday. It's old. It's far from new. And it's not super powerful, but it's definitely powerful enough. Who do we have? We have Random Tinkerer and Way Cool Wood and Maker Deck and Texas Hula and Bawana and Chris Perlo and Radigi or whoever that is. I don't remember half these people I follow anymore. Creator dashboard, that's where I want to go, right? I never raid because that other computer took too long to frickin' load anything. Stream manager. Let's do a raid. Raid. Pick a channel. Channels you follow. Texas Hula, Maker Deck Moana, Chris Perlo, Way Cool Wood. Let's raid Way Cool. He's fun to watch once in a while. Start raid. And we're raiding in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Raid now. So we're raiding. Did it raid? Are we raiding? I think it did. Let's go back over here and see if it did.